All right, so it seems like the data center, I'm not going to say that it's slowly fading away, but the very first thing that actually has happened is that the data center licenses have been retired. That's the first thing. And now the second thing is that this very recent news, actually from yesterday, that Atlassian data center stops multi-year license renewals. That is something that is really, really strange. And I believe I know why this is actually happening, because on the Team 25 in Anaheim, it was announced that basically one cloud will be split into two clouds. So one cloud will be the government cloud. So this actually includes all the possible licenses, all of the possible certifications like FedRAMP and so on and so forth. So everything that needs to be in the compliance with working with the government bodies basically is, well, gonna be there. So that's one thing, and then the other thing is going to be the isolated cloud that provides more security. And it's saying that there are no renewals because the Atlassian has disclosed plans to add high security had to disclose plans to add high security government cloud and isolated cloud offerings by 2026. Yeah. So these are definitely not like the fake news or something like that, because the representative Tiffany Toe actually defined that this is confirmation. So uh, the confirmation comes after multiple users told Target that they encountered the limit over the last year. And it's saying we're working with partners to qualify why customers haven't moved to cloud and how we can help them build the business case. That's partially why we have reduced the amount of years that they can renew, because if they do 3 years, then we don't end up in conversation with them again for 3 more years. So with that speed, uh, where I'm blocking the things that prevent them from moving to the cloud. We feel like the majority of them should be able to do it at this point. Yeah, so this is something like products that include Jira, JSM, and Confluence have received security, performance, and scalability updates along with built-in connector to RoboSearch, which was actually announced by Mike that everyone that is on premium and that is on the enterprise will be using the Robo for free. For now, the standard users are actually using they are going to be paying $5 for per license, which is much better, than compared to $20. So Atlassian already stopped supporting the low-end on-premises server editions of its products in 2024 and has made a secret of its cloud push essentially over the last 2 years. Yeah. So that is the idea. That is the strategy to where the Atlassian is actually heading to. So the clear clear point here is the aim for the cloud. So probably what is also going to happen is at some point the data center is going to stop to exist. So most of the companies out there, they will be forced basically to go to the cloud. I don't know how that will work. Big companies that are already using the data center, despite the fact that they know the cloud actually exists. So no, we will actually have to, wait and see how this works, right? So, it shows a maturation in our growth as a technology vendor. where yes, we've had the customers for a long time in a data center, but to be their partner in the cloud takes another level of care. We're saying we're not just shipping you bits, we're going to take care of your stuff in the cloud, which means we have to fully understand their business needs and what we're building for them. So, yeah. And there's like during these discussions in the late 2024 and early 2025, Atlassian gauged interest in government cloud based on the recent FedRAMP moderate authorization and isolated cloud. Yeah, so that is going to be interesting to see how this actually really works. And then it's saying, so even saying that from the Amadeus decided to move away from Bitbucket on-premises to Microsoft GitHub and from JSM data center to ServiceNow IT service management player relationship with ServiceNow, which ServiceNow is much more expensive than the Atlassian itself. So yeah, okay. So it's saying if Atlassian had developed all these 2 to 3 years earlier, our choice would have been simpler. We wanted to evaluate ROAS in some very specific use cases, in knowledge management, for example. So we're buying a couple of licenses and giving them to one team to detect confluence pages. They're not used very often. Now that's becoming part of the product. I think there will be quite an interest. It will probably also help us to better articulate the value of confluence and so on and so forth. So yeah, this is something that I wanted to show you, and basically that's all. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel. See ya. Bye.